Bluestars Prophecy, Chapter 4, Part 2, I believe it is? Yeah. Wait. Okay. Sunlight sliced through the half-bare branches and striped... I know this is like what we read earlier, but I don't care. Striped the forest floor like a tiger's pelt. Blue Paw smelled of prey. Not the dead smell of fresh kill, but something far more enticing. She smelled mouse, sparrow, squirrel, and shrew, all with the tang of life that made her mouth water. "Are we going to hunt?" she asked. "Not today." Stonepelt hopped over a fallen tree and waited while she scrambled after him before heading deeper into the woods. "Border Patrol?" Stonepelt shook his head. "Will you show me the planets?" "Soon." They padded down a small slope. The drying leaves crunching under their paws. "Are we going to practice battle skills?" Blue Paw thought that Stonepelt must have something really amazing planned. He was being so secretive. "What's the first move I should learn?" "We'll come to that another time." "So what are we going to do?" Stonepelt stopped at the foot of an oak. Its thick roots covered in layers of green moss snaked into the ground. "I'm going to teach you how to gather moss for the elders. How to gather bedding, I mean." "What? Moss?" Blue Paw couldn't keep the disappointment out of her view. "It keeps the nest warm," Stonepelt explained. "But I thought..." "Do you want to climb all the way up here to gather it for them? Do you want them to climb all the way up here for them to gather it for themselves?" Stonepelt gazed at her steadily. "No!" Blue Paw shook her head. "Of course not, but I just hoped..." She swallowed back the whine she heard raising in her mew. The clan was more important than anything else. The elders didn't need clean, soft, fresh bedding. And she didn't want Stonepelt to think she was selfish. Still, she couldn't help feeling resentment itch at her pelt as she began to claw lumps of the spongy, damp moss from the oak root. "Wait." Stonepelt put his paw over hers. "You're pulling up dirt as well as moss. The elders won't like that. Let me show you." Blue Paw sat back while Stonepelt demonstrated. Arch your paw like this, and stretch your claws as far as they'll go. With swift, delicate precision, he sliced a swath of moss from the tree, leaving the roots and dirt still clinging to the bark, while a clean, neat piece of moss dangled from his paws. "Now you try." His paw copied him, arching her paw, stretching her claws till they hurt, and sliced at the moss. The piece she cut was smaller and more ragged than Stonepelt's, but she had managed to leave the roots and dirt behind. "Very good," Stonepelt purred. "Keep practicing." She sat and watched as Blue Paw sliced away at the moss, cutting piece after piece and dropping them into a growing pile beside her. Before long, she felt rhythm in her movement and noticed the moss she cut was thicker and less scrappy. Pausing, she looked at Stonepelt, hoping for approval, and he was pleased to see his eyes glowing. "You're a natural," he told her. "And though you don't know it, you're practicing valuable battle and hunting skills." Blue Paw blinked. "How?" "With each slice of your claw, you're getting more and more controlled," Stonepelt explained. "But by the time you've mastered this, you'll be able to break your enemy's muzzle with a flick of your paw, and to catch prey quickly and cleanly." Blue Paw purred, suddenly pleased with the pile of moss she had collected. "And now," Stonepelt went on, "we have to carry it home." Blue Paw instantly leaned down to grasp a bunch between her teeth. "If we carry it like that, if we carry it like that, then we're not going to make several. Then we're going to have to make several journeys," Stonepelt warned. Blue Paw had managed to pick up only a few small scraps from the top of the pile, squashed it down like this. Softly, Stonefelt pressed the moss bundle beneath his paws, squeezing out the moisture. Now roll the bundle together and grasp it under your chin. He gripped a large wad beneath his own chin and held it there while he went on. That will leave your jaws free to carry more. No, not leave that carrying on. Bluestars stifled a purr of amusement. Stonefelt looked so funny with his chin clamped to his chest and moss spilling out from either side. Don't put your whiskers at me, he said. I know, it looks odd. But would you rather climb the ravine twice? Bluestars shook her head. I didn't think so. Stonefelt flicked his tail. Imagine this was prey and we were carrying him to a hungry clan. The more we can carry, the sooner our clan will be fed. Bluestars shifted her paws. She hadn't thought of it like that. She had probably a pile of moss, rolling a ball as Stonefelt had done, then leaned down to grasp it under her chin. It was harder to hold in place than she thought, especially when she picked up a second bundle between her jaws. She dropped each of the bundles twice before they reached the edge of the ravine. Each time, Stonefelt actually he picked it up. He didn't offer more advice, just watched and nodded as she preserved. At the top of the rocky slope, Bluestars sniffed the air for any sign of Snowpaw. She didn't want her sister to witness her awkward progress. Chin squashed down, chest for dripping wet from the moss. From the wet moss. Scrambling down the ravine was even less dignified. She couldn't see her paws and had to feel for every claw hold. She was really relieved that Stonefelt was a few steps ahead, breaking her fall every time she slipped until they reached the bottom. Even the gorse tunnel proved a problem. Half the bundle underneath her chin caught on the spiky walls and was yanked out of her grip. Mouse dung! She cursed, wriggling around to retrieve it. Before hauling into the clearing, I must be the first cat to enter the camp backward. Her pelt was hot with embarrassment as she shuffled tail first from the tunnel, moss trailing from her chin. The other paw padded past. Busy? The apprentice gazed down her raven black muzzle at Bluestars. Bluestars dropped her moss and looked Leopard Paw in the eye. I've learned how to use my claws properly and how to carry two bits of prey at once. In other words, you've been gathering moss. Leopard Paw sniffed. Bluestars whipped her tail crossly at Leopard Paw as Leopard Paw pattered away toward the fresh kill pile. Then she spotted Stonefelt watching from the fallen tree. Moss piled at his paws, eyes sparkling with amusement. Growling under his breath. Growling under her breath. Bluestars rebundled her moss and stamped across the clearing to join him. Is there something in the warrior code that says you're allowed to put pistols in your inmate's den? Bluestars asked, spitting out her moss. Stonefelt shook his head. His blisters twitching. I don't think so, but I'm sure you wouldn't be the first. He gathered up his moss and pushed his way between the branches of the fallen tree. Sighing, Bluestars followed. Oh, good, Lark sung loud as they entered the elders' den. I don't think I could sleep another night in pain. In plain black, and it's too cold. Mumblefoot, who had been resting his head on his front paws, raised his chin and gazed at Bluestars. How does it feel to be an apprentice at last? Great, she lied. At least it would be if I were hunting instead of collecting bedding. She puts the thought away. This is important too. She reminded herself. I'm going to cut it off.